Hello and welcome back to another Transformers review. This one is very special, mainly because I didn't buy this one. This was given to me by my friend. This is basically, I believe it is the Dark of the Moon Legion class Ratchet. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me, but I'm pretty sure that is it. So, here he is. Obviously, he's tiny. Of course, he's a Legion class. Duh. So, I mean, he looks pretty cool, to be fair. He's pretty good for a Legion class. So you can see on the side here, they do have the E4, the fire rescue. You know, obviously, it's a Legion class, so, you know, they didn't have to have, like, the line and everything. You can see the front, you have the Autobot logo there. You have the windshield. Whoops. Yeah, on the other side, it's pretty much exactly the same. On the back, not really much. Of course, you can just see his feet. On the top, you have like a spare tire, I guess. This is the rack that a lot of people I know hate on the Studio Series version. This is the only Ratchet I have, so I'm just dealing with it. Spoiled people. Anyway, for size comparison, I don't actually have anything in vehicle mode, so here is the wrap. There we go. There's the Jurassic World, I think it's Dominion Battle Damage Raptor. You wanna go check that review out? Definitely go check that out right there. I mean, that is pretty much it for the vehicle mode. If you want like an exact size, it's about 7 centimeters. So yeah, and I mean, here's a battery. There, that should be a decent size comparison. So I guess now we just move on to the transformation. You know, it's pretty simple, obviously. So we're just gonna come back here and untab the legs, and there you have the legs all done. Then you're just gonna come to the side, split these panels around, rotate the arm and bring it down. Do the same thing here. Bring this out, rotate, bring down. You can just fold this entire bit down here, and then you're gonna just like catch a nail on this bit and then just pull his head up. And there you have Ratchet all transformed up. And honestly, this figure is so small, so simple that I actually figured out how to transform it without instructions. And yet, he looks awesome. Like, he actually looks a lot like Ratchet. So, I mean, if we come in close here, you can see the detail. I did take a blue pen. I don't know where it is right now, but I did take a blue pen and just try and put it into the eyes there. You can't really see it. You can see it a lot more on this eye than the other one. So, yeah. Obviously, the chest here is the entire grille of the ambulance. Well, would it be an ambulance? I think it's an ambulance. There's the Autobot logo. So, yeah, I mean, the sad part is that this figure has better paint than the Studio Series version, which is why the premium finish exists, because the Studio Series figures have, well, that figure specifically had less paint than this. So, yeah, I mean, he looks pretty cool. Again, on the back, of course, again, Legion class, remember that. So, of course, you know, the backpack honestly doesn't really bother me that much. So, yeah, there is that. And for some comparisons, here he is with B127, who is a very small deluxe class figure. So, I mean, you can see, obviously, this is not, you know, it doesn't scale. So that's that. And just for another Dark of the Moon comparison, here he is with the Studio Series, what's his name? Sideswipe. So there he is with Sideswipe. I do plan to review Sideswipe eventually. Problem is, I am writing exams right now, so don't ask me why I'm reviewing a toy. I don't have an answer to that. So actually, speaking of which, it'll probably be tomorrow or something, but basically this is all of the exam crap. So of course I'm going to do exactly what I did in June. I'm gonna burn this motherfucker. You can see one thing tomorrow. Yeah, so it's not exactly gonna be a fun one. Yeah, this thing is gonna burn. It's gonna burn. So stay tuned for that. It'll probably be a short, I don't know, it depends on how much I can edit it down. So yeah, I mean, side swipe looks pretty cool. I really like the side swipe. I know it's off topic, but I've seen the Revenge of the Fallen version in person before, so I know like this entire thing is just silver, and I honestly prefer this version. I like this, like the silver and this gray. You know, I really do like this look. I feel like the all silver is just, it's too much. You know, there can be too much silver, which is kind of ironic because the 07 Megatron is like my favorite Megatron I have. So, and that thing's all silver. But for Sideswipe, I feel like because I have this version, I prefer the look of it, you know? So, yeah, off topic, but anyway, back to Ratchet. Again, for exact size here, you can see he's, well, about 7.5 centimeters tall. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So now I guess we have to go back into vehicle mode. So just gonna push his head down, rotate his arm like that, do the same thing here, rotate his arm around like this, bring this entire back section up like so, rotate this in, and then you're just gonna tap that in like so. I never did articulation. This is the second time I've forgotten to do articulation. So I mean, the head obviously is stuck on this piece, so I guess it can only really move down. So yeah, the arms can go out, of course. They can do a full 360 because they're on a pin there. The elbow is on a ball joint, so you can pretty much get anything you want there. The wrist is molded into the panel there. Nothing at the waist. His leg can kick forward about that far. Back, not that far. And that is pretty much it. So let's just go all the way back to the beginning. Well, halfway through technically. Anyway, while I'm doing this, I just would like to give you good news. I have ordered the Fallen. I have ordered him. The first thing I ever got from Big Bad Toy Store. So I don't really know when he is going to arrive. But I'm really excited because I think the Fallen looks absolutely amazing. So I mean, we have this is pretty much the entire transformation. You are now just gonna bring this entire section up. This, for some reason, this side tabs in, like that tab goes into there. So, but for this one, it kind of just like hooks on. So don't really know what's happening over there. And there you have it. There is Legion class Ratchet from Dark of the Moon back in his vehicle mode. And this is, again, unrelated, but this is going to be probably the last video I do where I'm talking before I go see Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Don't ask me why I thought of it. I just did, because I'm really excited for that movie. I honestly think that it is going to be one of the best, because I've heard a lot of reviews about it. Apparently it's fantastic, it's powerful, so that's always good. But not only that, I've heard that they handled the passing of Chadwick Boseman perfectly, and Namor was one of the best villains. A crazy post-credit scene, like one that's really emotional. And there was something else. Oh yeah, and I am just really excited to finally have an old MCU level movie again, because I think we can all agree that Love and Thunder was one of the worst Marvel movies. I defended it. I did defend it, but honestly, just thinking of what we could have gotten with Love and Thunder, I honestly really do think that it was a pile of trash. Multiverse of Madness was cool, but Black Panther Wakanda Forever, oh, it's gonna be perfect. So excuse that that Marvel little essay that I had there. But yeah, there was the Transformers Dark of the Moon Legion class Ratchet. A really fun little figure. Again, didn't pay for it, so I don't know where you can get this guy. But he's a really cute little simple small figure if you do want a Ratchet, because I don't have one. I still don't have one. So